Hi, I'm Gary with Gary's Wine and Marketplace here with Greg Allen, the winemaker of Dolce, which is part of the Farniente family of wines.
That's right.
And all you make is Dolce.
That's it.
So how hard is it to make a wine that you got to wait like forever to pick?
I had a full head of hair 13 years ago. Just kidding. Dolce is a late harvest wine made from the grapes of Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc. We grow 20 acres of these grapes in the southeast corner of the Napa Valley in the area of Coombsville, which is a wonderful place for growing Chardonnay, and also turns out to be a great place for growing the fruit for late harvest wines.
Look at the color on there. And what vintage
Gold.
is this?
This is the 2006 vintage. It's the current release. It takes 5 years for me to bring a wine to the market for it to taste good.
So you make one wine.
One wine.
How many cases a year do you make it?
It's highly variable. So the range is 500 cases in 1 year, and the next year, 4,000 cases from the same land.
And when do you usually pick?
Anytime from late September until late or early December.
So can I have your job? So you pick for like 6 weeks. You produce between 500 cases and a couple thousand of late harvest. How easy is that? It's unbelievable.
The trick is to grow the Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc so that it's ripe and beautiful fruit. And then once it's ripe, we wait for the growth of a benevolent mold that's benign in the flavor department, but this mold, botrytis, will perforate the berry skin and allow for the concentration of the flavors and the sugars in the berry afterwards. And when that mold comes, I don't know. It could be in October, it could be November. It usually follows a little rain.
It is spectacular. I've liked this wine a lot. It's got that honeysuckle. It's got some nice sweetness to it, but it's not, to me, not cloying.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of food would you have with this?
I like savory foods. Sometimes sweet wine and sweet food is just too sweet for me.
Right.
Though the classic pairing is creme brulee, and bread pudding works really well with this wine. I love this simply with blue cheese. The creaminess of blue cheese, this wine, this is a great aperitif combination. An ounce pour of Dolce, a little bit of blue cheese makes your guests happy, whets their appetite.
That sounds, and the flavors you're getting is spectacular. Now, does this age well, you think?
This wine will age for, who knows? Our first vintage was 1989. It can age for 15, 20 years, maybe even more.
Boy, it would be great to taste something older, wouldn't it?
You know, I think I might be able to find the 1998 Dolce.
Really? My birth year.
Right here. This is the 1998 Dolce.
Wow, look at the color difference.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the lighter, more golden. This gets like honey. I mean, it really gets a beautiful.
The amazing thing about Dolce is that the berries are picked one at a time, hand by hand. It takes 50 of us about 14 days to harvest these grapes.
I'm not picking them, by the way. That's not for me.
It ferments in about 6 months. It ages for 3 years in 100% French oak. And then
so the nose, it's totally different wine.
Totally different wine.
Totally. So you've lost some of that.
There's more of a perfume.
Yeah,
more
okay, that's a great way to describe it. So it's more perfume, less sweet aromas up front.
The hallmark of Dolce is that it reminds you of itself all the way through. It smells like fruit, it tastes like fruit, it has a long, watering, and oily finish that in the 1998 tastes like apricots.
It's true. I was going to say dried fruit, but it's got that apricot-y. It's got a viscosity in the mouth. It's getting richer and rounder.
Mm-hmm.
This is spectacular. And would you change your food with this now? Would you change it up, or you still like blue cheese?
You know, we've had this for breakfast with a brioche of French toast.
That's what I try to accomplish for my daughter, but you guys couldn't do that for me, and I'm a little upset right now. But okay, so this is my choice for this. I'm going to have after dinner with blue cheese, and this I'm going to have in the morning for breakfast. So the idea is buy this now and let it age till it tastes like this.
Yeah. You know, it'll age for 15, 20 years. The important thing to remember with Dolce is that once it's open, it can stay open for 2 or 3 weeks in your refrigerator.
Oh, that's great.
It doesn't spoil.
I try desperately to drink the whole thing.
There is no rush to get to the bottom of this bottle. You have your 2 ounces, you enjoy your drink, you put the cork in it and put it back in the refrigerator. It's going to be okay.
That's great. Thank you very much. I'm Gary's Wine and Marketplace saying cheers.
Thank you, Gary. Cheers.